You're listening to Feel Good Astrology with Louisa Tannermunson. To request a reading with Louisa, go to www.feelgoodastrology.com.
Hey Pisces, how you doing? This is Louisa Tannermunson from Feel Good Astrology with your 5-minute forecast for the month of April. Now, you've had a pretty epic month, to be fair. Last month was pretty big. As the sun was going through your sign for the first 3 weeks of it, you also had Saturn go into the sign of Pisces recently, and that is going to be quite a big thing for you over the next 2.5 years. There are other things coming up, though, in this month ahead, in the month of April, and I just want to really take about a few minutes to highlight the biggest things going on in this month. Now, the first thing I could see that is likely to create a bit of an impact for you is between the 4th to the 6th of the first week. So on the 4th in particular, the moon is in the sign of Virgo, and it is absolutely, I think, encouraging you to be as rational as possible. And it's doing it in such a way that you're doubting yourself. You're almost seeing that everyone else is very, very rational. And by comparison, you seem almost dreamlike. And so I see a little bit of insecurity cropping up. And then on the 6th, as the full moon occurs in the sign of Libra, it feels like everything you know about your value systems and how you earn money and how resourceful you are is really challenged by other people's versions of who you are. So it really feels like the big learning for you in this month ahead is to absolutely trust yourself and who you are based on what you know, and to not feel poor. You know, if you're feeling on a back foot because of your earnings, and if you're translating that into meaning that you must therefore not be worth it or something like that, if you're equating your money situation and the way you handle money as to your own personal value, you're going to come unstuck. So really watch out for that around the 6th. In week 2, the 14th is a pretty tricky day. You'll probably be feeling that there's almost like this darkness that comes over you around the 14th. It just feels like there's this dark mood that you can't quite put your finger on. And added to that is also this square between Venus in Gemini and Saturn in your own sign. And so the way I see it as happening, it just feels like every time you're confident about what you're putting out into the world and how you're being at work, seems to get negated. And so again, leading up from week 1, I think it's a confidence issue that's going on. As we head into week 3, we've got the new moon in Aries on the 20th, which is actually going to give you a bit of a boost in terms of your earnings and how you choose to see yourself. It's also a total solar eclipse, so it's deeply powerful. If you wanted to relaunch how you feel about yourself, I think that would be really wise to do. And I just think that's going to absolutely help you in quite a big way. That you actually have got a lot of friends that are in some pretty big places, so don't be afraid to reconnect with them and to see how you can work more effectively together. On the 21st, Mercury goes retrograde until the 15th of May, and that is really taking place in this area of communications. So if anyone is affected by Mercury retrograde, I actually think it's you Pisceans in this month ahead. It's almost like it's kind of shocking how difficult communications can be right now. So I would absolutely just have a very creative approach to things. If you're making arrangements with people, factor in extra time, let people know that to the best of your ability you will meet that deadline or that destination, that time frame, but keep your mobile or your cell phone charged at all times. Have your cash card nearby. Basically, resource yourself adequately, so if something goes wrong, you have everything at your disposal to sort it out. As we head into week 4, I would say that the 26th to the 27th just looks a little bit difficult. In particular, it feels like there's a lot of opposition on the 26th. So on the 26th, when the moon is in a conjunction with Mars, there's this growing sense of anger coming up for a lot of people. And as it affects you, it's more in terms of how you are using your creativity, how you're birthing new projects. It feels like the things that you're wanting to bring into this world are somehow creating this sense of anger for other people. Like, are people envious of what you've got? I'm not entirely sure, but it really does feel like at some level there's this growing anger, and that's, more of a generic look at, the levels of what's going on in the world. And then that's leading up to the 27th, when the moon is in the sign of Leo and it's in opposition to Pluto. That kind of energy of that opposition is really bringing about a sense of you're wanting to get on and do your work, and there is opposition coming almost from the level of your unconscious mind. So I would say, wherever you're feeling that sense of competition, really check in to see that you're not creating it yourself in your mind from your old memories. So there you go. That's your 5-minute-ish update. Hope that was useful. If this is coming at a time when you'd really like to get a little bit more guidance, then you might decide to fill in my survey. For everyone that completes my survey, I give them a 20% discount on a reading. So if you're interested in that, please do check out the link below, and hope to hear from you soon. Anyway, Pisces, have a great month ahead. See you next month. Bye for now.
To request a reading with Louisa, go to www.feelgoodastrology.com.